time is finally here. We've been waiting for Stargate Pops for years. The original film came out in 1994, and now for the 30th anniversary of the original Stargate movie, we finally have the very first official Stargate Pops. I'm going to show them off to you right here in this quick video. The only thing that I've had that approximates Stargate Pops up until now, this is an Arthur Curry Aquaman. Right, made in the image of Ronan Dex, so I don't know, you pry the helmet off this guy and pretend he's Ronan in a gold costume with a pitchfork. We have Stargate now, let's take a look. These 5 figures are available now. They just came out in July of this year, and it's 5 main characters from the original feature film. Of course, we've got Jack O'Neill here. You'll note that this is the Jack with the beret as portrayed by Kurt Russell in the feature film. Figure looks great. Pop does a great job with the quality of the stuff, right? They've been doing this for so many years and they've done so many thousands of these fictional characters from just about any franchise you can possibly imagine. It's so nice to finally have something official from Stargate now. So Jack looks great here. The detail is really terrific. The costume, of course, is screen accurate. There's not much to get wrong here with the black t-shirt and the green fatigue pants. The one thing that I'll mention is the staff weapon. Oh, his head turns. I didn't notice that before. Look at that. You can pose him. The staff weapons that these guys are holding are not rubbery, but there's a little bit of give in the staff weapon. So the result is when these came out of the packaging for the first time, 1 or 2 of the staff weapons was a little bent. It kind of fits the cartoony aesthetic for sure, but you can kind of unbend these and straighten them out like I have here with Jack. Next up is Daniel Jackson. This, of course, is James Spader's Daniel Jackson from the movie. He looks like an ordinary dude with long hair and glasses. Really, the only thing here that screams Daniel to me is, if you look closely between his hands here, yeah, that's the Eye of Ra necklace that Catherine gives him in the movie. So distinctive little element here in his design. Otherwise, he looks screen accurate. I have a couple of complaints about this one. First is these glasses. I'm gonna go back and check the movie, but these double-bridged glasses I don't think are screen accurate. They're more Dwight Schrute glasses. They're also shaded a bit. Of course, on Abydos in the movie, Daniel does wear sunglasses, but I kind of wish they would have gone one way or the other, either his regular nerd reading glasses or some darker shades. Probably the former. I can't get past the double bridge though. It just makes it not look like Daniel to me. The other thing I'll note here is the construction of his hair. In order to give him these bangs, there's a separate piece attached to the statue. So you can actually see, if you look at him from the top down, there's a distinct hairline here going across the front. So that's Daniel. I would say of the 5, he's my least favorite. He looks the least like his character, mainly because of those glasses. Next up, let's take a look at Ra. If you want something that screams Stargate from your shelf and you're only gonna get one, this might be the one. Jay Davidson's Ra from the feature film. He looks really great. He looks terrific. Lots of attention to detail here with his sort of ornate hairstyle. I don't know what you would call this thing back behind his head. There's this orange plate with the horns, I guess, however you would describe Ra's headdress. It's all here, it's all screen accurate. And then, of course, his costume down the front with this flowing robe. He just looks great. And my favorite thing about Ra here is his eyelids. His eyelids are half closed, like he just is not gonna put up with any more of Jack and Daniel's blood. This is a Supreme System Lord who is in charge. Flanking Ra on both sides here, we have his guards. Of course, there is first the Anubis Guard. This is the one that Jack fought. This is what the TV show is going to call First Prime. He's also got a staff weapon that's a little bent. And in this case, I'm not sure I'm going to get this one to totally straighten out because it's up against his headdress. But that's okay. These guys have the full helmets from the feature film, and in fact, they're mostly helmet. They're a little bit taller than the other figures. because they're big and intimidating, right? This Anubis Guard has the pointy ears on the top of his helmet. And there's the little visor, right? Now the visor, where the actor would look out of the costume, this is just a piece of plastic. There's no face in there for you to peek in and see. But the detail on this is phenomenal. He's mostly helmet. He's got the body here with the full costume beneath, but just look at the detail. Look at the, I guess it would be a paint wash in the inside ornamentation. The plastic is cut just right to give it that layer with a little bit of green flecks in there so that it looks, right, it looks weathered, it looks worn. And these two guards in particular are marketed as metallic, and they do look metallic, right? They don't have that sort of flat, cartoonish look of most pop figures. There's a little bit of a sheen here. There's a little bit of a reflective metallic look. They're really, really awesome. I'm very pleased with these guys. So let's look at the second guard and our final figure in this debut line. This is the Horus Guard. Of course, in Stargate SG-1, we'll see the Horus Guards again. They guard the family of Ra, so we'll see them with Heru-Ur, we'll see them occasionally with Hathor. Again, taller than most pop figures. This guy is all helmet with a little bit of a body under here. You'll know this character was played by Jaimon Hansu. This was his first big breakout role on Stargate. Again, same quality, same metallic look. The little green paint wash that makes it look weathered, super high quality. I couldn't be happier with this guy. Absolutely no complaints. He's got these little wings in the back of his head, just like in the movie, and the little sort of semi-flexible staff weapon. Funko is also really smart that they put the staff weapons in opposite hands for these two guys so that you can flank Ra with them and it looks balanced, just like it should. These figures are great for posing on your shelf and they're great for playing with. You can reenact some of your favorite scenes from the feature film, like Jack and Daniel being brought before Ra, or Jack's big final fight with the Anubis Guard.
Give my regards to King Tut, asshole.
So that's the first Stargate pops. I'm so glad they're here. Of course, we're waiting for SG-1 pops, Atlantis pops, maybe some of the Destiny crew eventually. Hopefully these will sell really well and Funko will put out more from the Stargate license. These are available now. They'll be on the shelf behind me for the foreseeable future. And if you want to pick some up for yourself, look for the affiliate links down below in the description for both Amazon and Entertainment Earth. If you buy through those links, you'll help to support the channel. Let me know down in the comments what you think of these if you've gotten your hands on them yet, and we'll see you next time.